Friday, June 10th, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, police force statistics showing a downward trend in crime. We have the spot where you can get lemonade from this summer. Funky Nassau celebrates its golden anniversary. And DeAndre helps the Suns pick up a Game 2 win. So let's start the morning off right. Successful people are those who are good at Plan B. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Charles Fisher. We are ready to get it all started.
We get some new technology here.
New technology, you know, I'm not Y2K ready, so I'm still trying to adapt to what we have here. But thanks a lot, we have these new tablets. But let's start off, you know, what people are waiting for early this morning, the trivia question. And we are giving away this morning, LaDawn. School is not closed yet, but you can start getting your stuff ready. Once again, Janae's Uniform Center, our sponsor. And let's see what the question is for today. Name the 3 national exams Bahamian students take. The number to dial 502-3870. Name the 3 national exams Bahamian students take, and the phones are already ringing. And today's gift, a bottom and a top. You can get your full uniform with this gift certificate today if you can name name the 3 national exams. That should be quite easy.
It's an easy question because, you know, they're now sitting examinations, so I'm sure parents will be blowing up our phones this morning giving the correct answers.
And we also want to give away, once again, this 85th radio anniversary face mask. We're still in the pandemic, so these are crucial. And the question this morning is also easy as well. Name a male and a female reporter here at the Broadcasting Corporation of Bahamas. They can't name you, they can't name me, and they can't name Des, because that's a giveaway. So if you can name any other 2, a male and a female, and you could win this month. We'll be giving out 2 prizes this morning. You know, we are the only station, the only morning show, the best in the Caribbean.
Ready for Friday?
Ready for Friday. Let's see if our Desmond Saunders is ready for Friday. Seems like he has an early track on where we will be. Good morning, Des.
Good morning, LaDawn and Charles, and I am definitely ready. You know, Tiki Bikini Hut is just a few blocks away. I'm actually on Awa Key near historic Fort Charlotte, and I'm having there's a beautiful ocean view. Having a beautiful view there of the ocean. An active scene. We have a number of joggers and we have a number of vendors beginning to set up their stalls. So that's what's happening here in my vantage point at Awaki. Want to remind motorists as you head out, a number of people are beginning to head out to their various destinations. Traffic police, they have a number of concerns. Among them, motorcyclists not having insurance and not wearing helmets. That's a concern for traffic police. Also speeding. Me and my cameraman and I, we arrived here an hour ago, and a number of persons speeding on this stretch here. So motorists, be careful, drive to arrive alive, and be vigilant. I want to also remind you there have been a total of 7 accidents reported over a 24-hour period, none with injuries, and 9 hospitalized victims. So as we head into the weekend, I want to remind you guys to continue to abide by the COVID-19 protocols as articulated by the Minister of National Security. There have been a number of infractions, a number of people not adhering to the COVID-19 protocols. There have also been a number of traffic violations, so definitely you want to keep tabs of that and be careful on the streets. That's what's happening from my vantage point. Charles, LaDawn, back to you in the studios.
Thanks a lot, Des. We are waking up to 79 degrees, partly cloudy. Winds east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. Humidity 83%. The once dominant high pressure ridge across the area will continue to weaken, resulting in gentle to moderate winds over the country. Today, all areas weather partly sunny and hot with a few scattered showers. Mostly fair and warm with a chance of a few showers tonight. Your daytime high temperature 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Overnight low 30. Looking ahead to Friday, partly sunny, hot and humid with a few showers and possible thunderstorms. Mainly fair and warm at night with a stray shower or two. Expect gusty winds and higher seas in or near heavy showers and thunderstorms. 87 in the day, dipping to 77 at night. And for Saturday, partly sunny and hot with a chance of a few stray showers. Fair and warm at night, 87 and 77 your day and nighttime high and lows.
While it appears as though crime may be on the rise, police force statistics say otherwise. During his contribution to the 2021-2022 budget debate on Wednesday, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Marvin James, came armed with upbeat figures.
Records indicate that between 2017, and this is our time, 2017 to 2020, there were 18,332 incidents of major crimes reported to the police. For the previous period, 2012 to 2016, there were 40,108 incidents of major crimes reported to the police. Mr. Speaker, this reflects a 54% decrease over the previous period. In other words, Mr. Speaker, this minister-led administration, major crimes were reduced more than half.
Former Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands pushing the idea of a national effort to increase COVID-19 vaccinations as numbers remain low some 3 months into a countrywide campaign. At last count, some 62,000 shots have been administered, which puts the Bahamas at number 26 out of 35 in the Americas, having given only 14 doses per 100 people.
If we are going to make it through this, then the Bahamas has to claim that we are going to be the COVID-safe country in the world. Understand, all of us have to understand how a low COVID environment is critical to our collective and individual survival. We've got to test more than we're testing. We have to have good treatments. But most importantly, we have to vaccinate.
Another 2 people have succumbed to the COVID-19 pandemic, according to the Ministry of Health's latest release. A 64-year-old female resident of New Providence who passed away on June 2nd, and a 62-year-old male resident of Abaco also died from the virus on June 6th. There are 25 new cases being reported, 21 right here in New Providence, 2 over in Grand Bahama, and 1 each in Bimini and Cat Key and the Berry Islands. The total case count now stands at 12,052. The new case count is made up of 16 males and 9 females. Hospitalizations stand at 41, with 3 in the intensive care unit. No new recoveries were reported. Despite several categories of workers returning to work in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, straw vendors are still at home patiently waiting. More than a year after the downtown straw market was shut down amid COVID-19 concerns, Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Desmond Bannister, says officials are still trying to determine how these vendors will return to work.
The straw market authority is speaking with the health officials to try to ensure that we can have a safe environment in that market. I think it's very important to understand the challenges we have with respect to COVID and the conditions in the straw market. So it's important for a final decision to be made, and as soon as they make that decision, I'll let you know.
And it's been nearly 2 years since the country last held a major Junkanoo parade, but the minister now responsible for the Bahamas' most signature form of cultural and artistic expression is conveying some optimism that the events may be able to take place this year. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Iram Lewis, offering this ray of hope to all of you Junkanoo lovers out there.
Circumstances did not permit our usual grand celebration last year, but I'm most hopeful. This is what I'm saying to the Junkanoo group. I'm most hopeful that conditions will allow the free expression of this year, our most important cultural event, come Boxing Day 2021 and New Year's Day 2022. We await guidance from the health officials on this matter. And we're hoping that everything will clear up. Let's have this exciting event.
And when we come back, are sharks mating in Bahamian waters? We'll explain on the other side of the break, so keep it locked.
Yes, sir. What you saying, bro?
Man, everything cool. Radio weekend dead hot. What you doing for lunch?
You catching me here checking out this ZNet Shopping Network site? I looking at this out to sea deal.
Yeah? How do one go?
For $30, you get a $50 coupon. 20% off fish at the stand, plus you get $10 in minutes.
Man, you can't beat that.
Well, out to sea it is. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
What I love most about working for the Bahamas tonight is that we don't only focus on New Providence. We cover the entire Bahamas. We have a team here in the Northern Bahamas that is ready to bring you the stories, the people, and the news that matter to you. From point A to Z, from covering hurricanes to elections and everything in between.
Video of sharks on the beach has many in fear of going into the water. We spoke to Eric Carey, Executive Director of the Bahamas National Trust, on just what has been happening.
See any activity with sharks, people get a little bit, anxious, etc. The good thing is that these are nurse sharks. Nurse sharks are harmless, known to be harmless. Those are the sharks that people spend all sorts of money to go in the water playing with them, swimming with them, etc. Very docile animals. Never had any problems with this species of shark.
So just what is happening close to shore?
They are carrying out mating activities. So nurse sharks like to come into the shallow areas to escape, obviously, disturbance so that they could carry out what is an important part of their life cycle. If you saw the video, males will bump the female and you saw flip her over, and sharks go into something called tonic immobility, where once they flip her on their back, they don't move. There will be several males in that group, and the strongest male is the one that will flip her. In the wild, in nature, females are looking for the strongest males to breed with. It gives them a better chance, better genes, so that her pups have a stronger chance of survival. We're seeing a natural behavior, very safe, because those sharks are harmless. And if people were around and went into the water, they probably might move away, but probably not be disturbed, because they're not going to fear that they're going to be attacked by humans, because they're carrying out a very important part of their life cycle.
Most of the sightings have occurred at a particular time of the day, early in the morning.
Certain things happen at particular times because of nature's biological clock. They typically like to come to shallow areas, which is why this is a fairly common sight. I mean, we get reports of this happening all over the Bahamas. This is the mating season for nurse sharks, so we're probably going to hear more of this, but we wanted to assure the general public that there is absolutely no danger.
We understand that people have a fear of sharks, but they are a very important part of our ecosystem.
They eat the weak in populations of fish, and they make the overall population strong. And let's not forget that the shark diving, shark tourism industry is a $115 million industry. We generate $115 million annually because of the fact that we have healthy shark populations. We know fishermen have a respectable fare of them, and we certainly appreciate that. But we just tell people, just enjoy it, leave them alone, let nature take its course.
Well, I don't want shark to shark. I don't care what kind of shark it is, I ain't getting in the water.
Well, they seem to be having a lot of fun in this COVID
I learned a lot from Kerry yesterday.
Wow.
He really taught me a lot. I didn't know sharks. Just like humans, they do basic, just but every animal, they do basically the same thing. And you could be nice shark, any kind of sharks, doctor shark, psychologist shark, I ain't getting no water.
But he also said something interesting, $15 million.
$115 million from people swimming with you. Have you ever swum with the sharks?
No.
I've done it with the pigs, I've done it with the chickens. My daughter, about 2 years ago, she wants to swim.
That would be interesting.
I'm thinking about taking that up right now, and since he says those nice sharks don't bother people, I might take it up, but I want you to go along with me, just in case, because, you know,
I think I would do a better job than you swimming with the sharks, because I'm not really that much afraid of sharks.
So that's our next venture this summer, to swim with the sharks. But he's telling persons, do not disturb the sharks, and you can still go into the water. Those are nice sharks. I don't care what kind of sharks they are. Charles Leonard Fisher ain't getting in the water.
Definitely not me, especially not at this particular time. Well, it's a book written based on personal experiences, and it comes ahead of Father's Day. The author says he hopes it will help to start a conversation to encourage hope and healing to those who do not know what it means to have a father present. Here's Jamila Mizik.
Senior pastor of Central Zion Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Elvis Burrows, is the author of a new book titled Our Lives Without Him, Daddy Please Don't Go. He says the book details the struggles of children growing up in homes where the father is absent. Burrows says he began working on the book years ago, but it was during the pandemic when he was finally able to complete the book.
In 6 months, I was able to finish the book, but as a matter of fact, I had most of the research done, and so it was just a matter of now compiling the chapters and having it edited and printed. But it's a work I started more than 10 years ago.
Reverend Burrows says the book was written from his professional and personal experience because he never knew his father. He notes that the book prescribes how to find hope and healing from dealing with the trauma of not having a father present as a child.
This book addresses what happens when the child grew up in a home where there was no father, how that child fared through life. And I am one who understands, one who has lived that experience. So I'm not talking about something I've read in a book or somebody else's testimony. I grew up in a home where the father was missing. And now that I'm an adult, I understand to some degree what children feel, what children go through, what they are experiencing. And so I wrote this book first and foremost from my personal experience, having experienced that, but also from my professional experience.
Burrows says he thought it important for the book to be written in a positive tone rather than a negative light. And he says he hopes that it helps start a conversation and change the narrative about these type of situations.
As a pastor and a counselor, I encounter children every day, adults who live through that experience but are now struggling. But for many of them, they never talk about it. It has been a silent thing over the years. And I can say that for me also, it was years before I was comfortable talking about it. When a father absents himself from the home, that home is left in a state of chaos, in a state of disequilibrium. It affects the family dynamics in the home, and the children just really don't know what to do. And so the book addresses that aspect of it, but it also encourages fathers to stay connected.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On June 10th, 1958, an explosion aboard the motor vessel Sailfish rocked the Prince George dock, sending 2 crew members to the hospital with severe burns. 20-year-old Richard Barr died from his injuries 4 days later. Also on June 10, 1996, 11 Cubans escaped from the detention center on Carmichael Road.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Passion fruit? Yeah, thank you very much. Good passion food for a sunny, hot day, right?
Definitely.
Pretty good.
Thank you. Would you like anything else?
That's it. Thanks.
Thank you.
I am Desmond Saunders, and I'll tell you about the ultimate paradise experience. Tune in, morning edition, this Friday at 7 a.m. Don't miss it.
Andros is the #1 bone fishing destination on our planet. Sports fishermen visit our flats every year to participate in one of the most fulfilling outdoor activities known to man, fly fishing. And guess what? It's 100% sustainable. Without areas like the west side of Andros, sustaining this industry would be absolutely impossible. So let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
As an artist, I travel all over the world, and I find inspiration all around me. From the people, and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south, and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns making it 2 for 2 in their Western Conference semifinal series with the Denver Nuggets. Last night, the Suns won every quarter en route to a 123-98 blowout. Another double-double for DA, 15 points and 10 rebounds. The scene now shifts to the Mile High City for Game 3 on Friday. A win there, and the Suns will be one game away from a sweep and a trip to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since they last made the playoffs back in 2010. From track and field, the NCAA Division I championships are underway in Eugene, Oregon. The men got things started yesterday. Terrence Jones and the Texas Tech Raiders men's 4x1 team moved on to the final. They were fourth in their heat, 8th overall in 39.14 seconds. The final will be run on Friday, and the Red Raiders will be on their way in lane #1. Jones also in the semifinals of the 20 meters yesterday, but did not finish the race. Samson Colbrook also ran in the 20-meter semifinals for Purdue. He was 7th in his heat, 22nd overall in 21.01 seconds, and did not advance. Colbrook also teamed with fellow Bahamian Tamar Green as a part of the Boilermakers 4x1 team. They finished 7th in their heat and 19th overall in 39.68 seconds. That time not also good to move on. Adrian Curry in action yesterday as well, running on Ohio State's 4x1 team. The Buckeyes were 4th in their heat, 2 and 12 overall in 39.32 seconds. That too not good enough to make it to the final with only the top 9 qualifying. And after the break, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Funky Nassau.
Hey, what you doing, boy? Don't jump, you all right? Man, I so stressed out. I could use a massage. Oh, no, don't look at me. I don't do them things. Why don't you check out the ZNS Shopping Network? They may be able to help you with something like that. You think they have something for that? Yeah, man, for sure. For New Day Spa. That's the place where the guys them just rub you down and fill you up. Look, I am buying this coupon for the hot stone massage. Renew Day Spa it is. I'm going. Hey, look here, wait for me. I rolling with you.
Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
Starting or continuing your own business seems to be the order of the day for young Bahamians, especially in this COVID environment. While this next young businessman credits his mother, frequent customers, and partners for boosting his business through marketing. Take a look.
I was inspired to start my lemonade stand because I wanted to start making my own money.
Meet the bow tie guy. Several years back, 9-year-old Tyree Cargill turned his dream of becoming a young entrepreneur into a business, a neighborhood lemonade stand. Visibly shy, the third-grade St. John's College student admits his battle with sickle cell anemia did not deter him from fulfilling his dream as a small business owner.
I also wanted to donate to the Bahamas Sickle Cell Association. And I also like lemonade and fever grass. And my mom said it's hard to maintain a job as someone with sickle cells.
And how's business been for you?
It's been good.
How many customers have you had on a daily basis? And how often do you do it?
Not that often, but I would say probably about once a month.
And what can you say is the most popular lemonade that your customers want to purchase?
I would say the most popular lemonade that my customers want to purchase is probably the passion fruit lemonade.
Proud mother Tyra Rolls says she wishes her son and his fledgling business nothing but the best.
The idea came about in 2019. Tyree, he always liked lemonade. I never drank fever grass until he came along, and he always liked fever grass, and he always had a knack for baking goods. So in 2019, he said, Mom, I want to find a way to make my own money, to buy my own things. So I was like, okay, well, what you want to do? And this is one of the things that came up. And then another reason why I kind of pushed the idea, Tyree has sickle cells. And I watch a lot of persons who have the disease have a difficult time keeping a job. So I said, you know what, from a young age, I just want to instill in him, the entrepreneurship in him. From a young age. So when he becomes of age, if he has to fall back on becoming an entrepreneur, it'll be instilled in him.
With passion fruit, fever grass, strawberry, and pink lemonade lining the entrance of the professionally built lemonade stand, owner of Tomboy Trailers, Jamaica Pender says she and her team are eager to assist the youngster in making his stand that more attractive for customers.
Everybody else has been adults, but he's the first young entrepreneur, so it's really, really exciting to have him on board with us. We're always looking to assist young entrepreneurs. Tyree has that drive. We find that, today in society, kids just want to, just slack off, but he has that driven spirit, and we wanted to be a part of that.
Daladon, everybody in the back is asking, how was the lemonade?
The lemonade was good. I had 3 cups of lemonade plus cookies. He gave me everything sweet and everything mushy so that I can,
I want to go there today.
Time.
Where can I find this?
It's Bay Geranium in the Pinewood Gardens area, but they can come to you if you're having a party or a get-together or a shower. They can come to you. So you'd have to call me to get the number.
Looking at him, he's way beyond his years. I like how he dresses, how he does his business. A good role model for me, even though he's younger.
And he was trying to get me to actually taste the fever grass. So I was like, no,
I'm going to pass by today, so look forward to me. Well, this year marks 50 years since the iconic smashing hit Funky Nassau debuted on the music scene. Our Desmond Saunders spoke to one of the writers and producers of the historic album and tells us about the song's impact on world music.
Nassau's gone funky. Nassau's gone slow.
Mini skirts, maxi skirts, and afro hairdo. People doing their own thing, don't care about me or you.
A chart-topping hit that has put the Bahamas on the global scene. 50 years later, Funky Nassau has sold over 1 million copies, earned a Grammy, changed popular culture, and remains a symbol of Bahamian excellence.
We rehearsed for about 6 months with the rhythm section and added the horns, and we went into the studio. We decided that we got to use this song in the best recording studio in the world. So we tried to find the funds, and we did find them, to go to Miami, Florida. We borrowed some money from an uncle, Percy Munnings, and we went to Miami, recorded the song, brought it back here to Nassau. Funky Nassau was.
Raphael Munnings and Tyrone Fitzgerald wrote the sensational smash hit in 1970. They were part of the funk group Beginning of the End, which performed the song around the world.
This is 1970, so that's 3 years before independence. And it was just a strange time. 67 was over, majority rule, and then blah blah blah. We were waiting for 1973 when independence would happen.
A look back, Munnings never imagined the popular anthem would have achieved the status that it did.
Some of the people that re-recorded the song, of course, were like Carlos Santana. You had the Blues Brothers and Erykah Badu and Blues Brothers 2000, and the list goes on and on. Just go on YouTube and put in Funky Nassau, and you'll see how many versions come up from all over. At least my last count was 225 versions recorded. Funky Nassau was one of the songs on Atlantic Records compilation set called Atlantic Records from 1947 to 1974. That won a Grammy in 1986.
Now let's go to the answer for our trivia question that went by pretty fast. LaDawn named the 3 national exams: BGCSE, BJC, and GLAT. And our winner this morning is Dorothy Stubbs. Thanks for calling in. We'll have another trivia for you tomorrow morning. Also, name 2 reporters besides LaDawn, myself, and Desmond. Precious Ferguson won this mass, and she named 2, Carla Palmer and Lloyd Island. And before we get out of here as well this morning, we have some viewers over there in Cat Island that we'd like to say a special 85th birthday to Reverend Freddie McKenzie is over there in Bluff Cat Island. And today is a double dose special for him because him and his wife, Josephine, they are celebrating wedding anniversary number 62. I don't know how you do it, but...
And tomorrow we're going to be live from the Tiki Hut, Bikini Tiki Hut tomorrow.
Yeah, Tiki Hut tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the morning. Make sure to tune in. The stories are down and the features are down. It's going to be exciting. You're going to love it. And then next week we're going to be again on the road. Once again, this is Road Summer, so contact our sales department for the morning edition to come to your business or wherever in the morning, and we'll be happy to bring the morning edition show live.
And be sure to stay tuned to the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition and the Bahamas Tonight at 7 with Makush Lapinder. And that's a wrap.
Good morning, everybody. Have a great day.
If you see me on the dance floor, man, and kind on wild, hey, turn on that. Sculling, moving, raking, scraping, man, to this